Hi, third graders. It's Mrs. Schrank here to talk to you a little bit about math today and one of my favorite things, which is numbers. So, I don't know if you've realized, or maybe you've done in the past, that numbers can have more than one name. So, I'm going to ask you a question. I just want you to think about it. Have you ever given a number more than one name or represented the number in more than one way? My guess is you probably have. So I want to share with you today that our learning target is that you can understand that there are many ways to represent or name a given number. So we're going to start by looking at some names for the number 10. So if we're thinking about names for the number 10 or other ways to represent the number 10, what might come to mind? Yeah, exactly. We could use an equation to represent the number 10. This is similar to what you did in your figure me out math the other day. So I might do something like 5 plus 5 as another name for number 10, another way to represent the value of 10. Okay. Now I'm thinking, all right, that gets me 10. And I could keep naming lots of equations, but instead of just writing more equations, I want to think of other ways to represent 10. And I think, well, sometimes we represent a number by a group of objects. So maybe I just have 10 dots. And the way that I arrange the dots might have some meaning. So in this case, I'm going to arrange my dots as two groups of 5. Kind of matches my equation here. 5 plus 5, and then my dots, it's like 5 dots on the top and 5 dots on the bottom. It's another way of representing 10. This is also, we oftentimes think about that as a group of 10 to work with in math. Okay. Another way to represent 10. Another way that I use numbers in my world, and that some of you have told me you use numbers in your world, is with money. And so when I think about 10, I also think about a dime. So wouldn't one dime also have the value of 10? So I'm going to use one dime as another way to represent the number 10. I have seen students and mathematicians use tally marks to help them with their math before. So I'm also going to do tally marks. And something I know about tally marks is that you usually do them in groups of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's another way to represent or name 10. Some of you might be thinking, well, what if I write the number 10 as a word? Well, that is another way we name 10. Sometimes we write it as the word 10, rather than using the digits to make the number 10. So these are all different ways that I can name or represent 10. And this is not all the possibilities. I could keep going and going and going, coming up with names for 10. So I want you to keep in mind that when we have a value or we have a number that we're working with, that there's lots of ways to think about that number. And the choices we make when we're representing the number can be really helpful to us when we're doing math. So today, you're going to go into the next activity and you're going to come up with some names for the number 100. So it's a little more challenging, but there's so many possibilities and there's not any wrong answers. So I want you to try to make a little video of yourself or a little recording of just your voice talking about the way that you would name 100 or the way that you would represent 100 and explain it to us so your classmates can hear you and or see you talking about your name for 100. Good luck, guys.